Socialism from Below, which is a Marxist and a socialist organization. We're represented here today because we recognize that there aren't really solutions to climate change within capitalism, or rather that any solutions that are brought within capitalism will deepen inequality and end up with a situation where, for example, a very few rich people are going to be feeling themselves to be immunized to it, while everyone else is just thrown into chaos. We stand for workers' power as our general perspective. Where I live personally, which is in Yeovil, I mean, there's the thing that I notice most is how it makes the load that women carry so much heavier than the already heavy load that people are carrying, right? So a lot of the pain of load shedding just gets passed on to women who've got to do extra work to get around the domestic duties that they are carrying without electricity. So getting up earlier to boil water. I hear my neighbors chopping wood for a fire when there's load shedding to cook outside, which takes hours longer than just switching on the stove. Getting kids ready for work for school in the morning is just ridiculous if you don't have power. And it also ends up, I think, disrupting sleep, because people get home with that awkward slot when it's off from 6 till 8 or 6 till 10. You get home, you can't do anything, so you try to sleep, then you wake up in the middle of the night when the lights come back on. Which I think is very bad for people's health. So those are some of the issues that I think are some of the ways that load shedding is having an effect that's very much increasing inequality as well. The biggest effect is that it's deepening energy racism. Even without privatization, there's already unequal electricity cuts so in addition to load shedding, there's also load reduction happening in townships. And I can just see that if there's privatization, it's going to be a situation where the private companies will only provide to those places that can make it lucrative for them. So I think we'll see, with privatization, we'll see Sandton lit up, while places like Hillbrow, Yeovil and all the townships are sitting in darkness for longer and longer. If we go for trying to solve Eskom's problems by privatizing, I think we're going to see exactly the same thing, is that it's just going to be that certain areas don't even get electricity provision. We've already got a version of that informal settlements have to really stress and fight to get safe provision of power. And now imagine that you're now getting a private company that says that we can only do this. We're only going to get out of bed to give you electricity if it's going to be profitable for us.